Hey guys, welcome back to Lip and Lure. We're gonna redo that one.
Here we go again.
God bless America.
Here we go again.
Ha!
Giggles are gone. Giggles are gone.
Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to Lip and Lure. My name's Gunnar. This
CJ.
is CJ here. And we are back at it again today. Regrettably, we have to record this video again for you guys.
We had a very misfortunate thing with our new GoPro because we didn't realize a certain setting was set the way it was.
Yep.
And it ruined our audio. You could not understand a word we were saying the whole video.
Yeah,
which is a problem.
So we get to re-record today. With that being said, we've already got some jigs made, but we're going to make a few more. We're going to jump back into what we're doing today is we're painting the jigs. We're showing you the process of the painting of the jigs that we have come to. It's better than the vinyl that we were doing before. We kind of explained a little bit about that in the last couple of videos. But we're going to show you how we do it, why we like it a little bit more. Yeah, we're re-recording today. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to move you over here to show you while I make a few more of these jigs. We're going to jump right through that, and then we'll jump into the paint and explaining things.
And that's where I take over.
Yep. So anyhow, I'm going to move you guys over, and then we're going to start. All right, so what I've got here is I've got a couple of the hooks already preloaded into the mold. I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring these out. As you saw in the last video, CJ and I did a wonderful job that you didn't really get to see of us making this tool so that we
Took
can...
us forever, by the way. Like we fought with that thing for a good 45 minutes. It felt like. I don't know if it was actually 45 minutes.
It took a couple good minutes.
It felt forever.
But I'm going to go ahead and make a few of these, and then we're going to jump over to painting, and we'll explain a few more things. And ooh, we got a little bit of schmoo on top. I call it schmoo, but it's slag. Nastiness, I guess it's not slag technically. It's got all the buildup from impurities and things in the air, dust that floats down in, etc. You gotta scrape that off the top. By the way, do not breathe right over the top of your lead pot. You will regret it. Lead is not good for the lungs. Hooks are sharp. Sometimes. At least they should be. And for anybody that's curious...
Dip and redo.
Oh. With these jigs, what we're doing is 1/4 ounce and 1/8 ounce sizes. And with a 4/0 hook on these. A little bit stouter hook. And what you're watching me do right this second is it was a bad pour, and so I'm just dipping the hook back in there and knocking the lead off that hook. And gonna move you guys over so you can see what CJ's up to.
Clip that big bulky piece off of there. Make sure you clean up the bases like so. And clip any of that overflow stuffs.
Spruce.
It's still kind of warm.
Hey, yeah.
I tried to tell him that before he did that.
Shazam.
So what I'm going to do is what I don't normally do. I do it by hand for the most part. I'm going to grab it by a pair of pliers so I can actually hold it in place and not stab myself. And all you're doing is just taking off those burrs, smoothing out the lead a little bit. It also helps the paint adhere a little better too. It's got something like that to grip to. And it gets all that added weight off of there. So that's what your goal is as far as the way it looks after you're done cleaning it. Get all that crud off of there, smooth it out so it doesn't have a funky lip on it. Okay, so this is what we use to add a little color and fleck to our different baits. This here is the absolute bane of my existence. I hate, with a passion of 1,000 suns, hate glitter. Glitter sticks to everything. When I was younger, I had a friend that thought it was funny when he found out I hated glitter, to set a little trap for me. unbeknownst to me, I thought he was a friend. I wasn't much of a friend with him after that. But he decided to set up a glitter bomb for me. And I don't know why his mom bought him glitter. I think it was for some kind of school project or something. I think we were in like middle school or something like that. And he took a small box and he put like a cup, like a red Solo cup. He taped it to the like a mouse trap or something like that. And he angled it to where it just kind of rainbow through it. And yeah. So when I opened it up, it set off the trap and it flung rainbow glitter into my face, all over me. I was picking it off me for like a month, it felt like. Probably wasn't exactly a month, but it felt that way, and I don't like it. So I don't touch it. He's gonna do the glitter. I refuse. Plain and simple. I absolutely flat out refuse.
He likes the way they work, though.
They work great, but no. Just not gonna do it myself. But this is the most annoying part, so there's not going to be a lot of talking in this part. All we're doing is we're going to heat the lead up till it's got a nice real shininess to it. We're going to dip it in the paint, which are actually powder. And where did my brush go?
Your brush is over here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I'm going to explain the fluffing.
So what happens with this paint is it actually settles. You can see it's nicely tight and packed. All I do is take the end of my brush, kind of roll it around in there, fluff it up real nice. See how it expanded and filled the jar a little better? And that's all there is to fluffing it. It's just that simple. But when you heat this up and it's get that nice silver, dip it in, flop it back and forth. You don't want to like dunk it all the way in because it leaves a real heavy coat on it and doesn't look good. So if you just kind of place it and flip it and tap it, and if the paint doesn't fully adhere, all you have to do is run it over the heat gun until it gets a nice gloss. Because I think this is actually high gloss, isn't it? Yeah, it's a high gloss paint, which holds up really well from what we experienced with the last jigs we did.
Yeah, we went and tested them pretty thoroughly.
We tested them pretty thoroughly. I actually took this one and heated it by accident and slammed it right into a concrete column underneath the bridge. But the paint held up pretty well, considering it was forcefully slammed against a concrete column. But we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to get these things painted for Gunnar so he can just jump right into the glitter part of it. I'll show you how to two-tone it and sprinkle and all that good stuff. Basically what we mean by two-tone is you full dip on one color and then do a partial dip on second color. It's fairly self-explanatory, and the sprinkle is you just hit it with a solid color, you take your second color, a nice small pinch, generally hold it out and don't hold it over top of your paints, and just kind of lightly sprinkle it, and it makes a nice little pattern to it, and it's all up to the way the powder wants to go. You have no control whatsoever on how that's going to work. But we're going to go ahead and get into this and see what's going to happen. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is I'm going to make this a two-tone. I'm going to do a white base color, and then I'm going to go back over and I'm actually going to dip the nose of this in that green pumpkin bait color, and we're going to see how it's going to come out. It'll probably get some glitter after the whole painting process is done. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I don't touch glitter. I don't like it.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry, guys. We'll do
So we're going to go ahead
all
and
of them.
we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Okay, as you saw, I added an extra step in that one. I saw it halfway through and I was like, there's not a whole lot of color to it. And I was like, you know what? I like the way the nose dip came out. I'm going to throw a little sprinkle on it and see how it goes. And I quite like it.
Did 2-for-1 for you guys. It was
Yeah.
Two-tone with the sprinkle effect on it. I like it.
I do.
All right, so I guess I'm going to take over from here a little bit. You guys got to see two for one. You got to see the two-tone, you got to see the sprinkle process and the full dips. I'm going to do the glitter. He hates the glitter. He's gone over this. I got to get the glitter trays out. I keep them put away because he hates it to the point that I just make sure he doesn't have to deal with it.
Which is much appreciated. But now, the reason I'm letting him take over, he's got an idea in his head already. Yep. I'm going to let him run with that idea. I'm not just going to jump in and take it and do it.
It's kind of how it works. We'll throw off mid-bait, like, hey, let me do this real quick. And that's why we work together really well. So, with that being said, I'm going to move you guys, give you a little downward perspective on what I'm going to be doing, and just run you guys through it. All right, guys, so I'm pull you back down here. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit close up how I do this. I got the two trays of glitter. This is a black, this is a red. I'm actually going to add a little bit to each of these and just top it off because sometimes glitter is finicky. CJ could tell you all about it.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so with the glitter, I'm going to come over the top of the paint after I do them. But I'm going to do that first idea that I had. And so I'm going to kick on the heat gun and do a little bit of dipping and jump right into it. Well, sometimes things just don't turn out exactly how you plan, especially with doing this. A little bit finicky. We're still learning the process, but that's the idea. The green top, the white belly, with a little bit of that green flaked into the bottom of it. I'm going to leave this one just how it is, and then I'm going to jump over to these other ones and show you. The glitter process. Now the glitter process. CJ will probably run out of the room.
Yes, I'm running.
It makes him, like, squeamish almost. It's funny.
Not squeamish, I just don't want to be near it. Touch it, see it.
I think they refer to that as. But anyhow, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna do a few of these, do them pretty quickly, and then as I do the glitter, I'll slow down for you guys. Now with this, you gotta wait and make sure that the paint is still hot, and that way it sticks into it. And just come over the top of it as it's still tacky, and just lightly flick that glitter on there. And it doesn't take a lot. As you can see, I don't know if the camera's focusing on it, but you can see that glitter that pops right onto it. Come back, heat it up, and it sets it in. Now, the reason you want to heat it up, like I said, it sets it in. It actually allows that glitter to set and fold into that paint instead of just sitting on top. We've tried it where we just let it cool off, and it seems to just flake. As you let it actually heat back up, it settles down into the paint, and as it settles into the paint, it holds better, it doesn't flake off, and it's more resilient. So again, I'm going to jump in, go through a couple of them, throw a different couple ideas that I have, and you guys can just see the process. Now with this one, I had the idea of doing that two-tone, but instead of sprinkling the green pumpkin, I threw the black flake at it because it's not only going to give it that effect where it looks like natural fish, where it gets the black spots on the white belly, but it also gives a little bit of a shimmer that comes back off. And again, I heat set it so that it sets back into that paint a little bit. So this is the last one I did, just a solid white, and I threw a little bit of the black glitter on the belly. I'm going to play with this one a little bit more later. I got a couple ideas for it that I'm going to throw at it. This final one, I'm going to try throwing some airbrush paint on it, and I'll probably post up how it turns out on our social media. But so far, the idea in my head seems like it'll be pretty good. All right, guys, so we're here at the end of the video. We're grateful for you guys chiming in, following along with us on this adventure.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, and
notification bell.
Yeah,
it's around here.
I think I figured out what the notification bell is. When you're on a PC or some kind of browser, it's going to be down here. But if you are on a phone, it can be up here, it can be on the feed scroll, it can be a lot of places. There's even a little drop bar, just depends on what phone you're using. And I figured that out so that we weren't confusing you guys because we really couldn't figure it out.
Nope.
But now we know. So, don't forget, hit that notification bell so you guys can follow along with us. And also, check out our social media below. We're going to have that linked out, our Facebook page and our Instagram. We are keeping those up to date as much as possible, far more than we are the YouTube channel. So follow along with us, guys, and we hope to catch you in the next video. And don't forget to
Lip a big.
Exactly right, guys.
Did you just fart?